Hi, thanks for watching my views and news stories from Ethiopia and Eritrea. Firstly, what do Eritrean diaspora community members think about Fano? We have seen several protests in support of Fano by Ethiopian diaspora community. And it is generally believed that Eritrean government uh, has soft corner for Fano. What about Eritrean diaspora community? I have received a clip for you which I want to share with you about Eritrean community's sentiments about Fano. Secondly, Tigray viewers, some Tigrania speaking members of Ethiopian National Defense Force have been released from a prison. They have been in prison for more than 2 years. Now, government releasing them. Why? Thirdly, second round of talks between Ethiopia on one side, Sudan, Egypt on the other, kicked off in Addis Ababa today. Agenda good. Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. Firstly, viewers, Eritrea Fano relations, very important topic because the groups which are fighting in the Amhara region against Ethiopian federal government, they seek support from Eritrea. They never criticize Eritrea. They are against federal government. They want to ensure that federal government of Ethiopia and Eritrea don't join hands against the groups in Amhara. People like Niemen Zaleke, Andergacho Sege, and others who are close to Eritrean intelligence agency are now criticizing Ethiopian government. These people were supportive of Ethiopian government last year when government was busy fighting Tigray forces. But when Tigray and federal government made peace deal was signed, and we saw start of unrest in the Amhara region, all these pro Ethiopian government diaspora notables turned anti-PM Abiy. And since they are in touch, they are very close to Eritrean intelligence agencies. That is why it is generally said that Eritrean pro-government diaspora community has soft corner for Fano fighters. Some go to the extent of claiming that Eritrea is backing Fano fighters. We have no evidence though. We have no evidence confirming that Eritrea is supplying weapons to Fano fighters. Though people like Colonel Damak Zadu has been seen in Eritrea, on Eritrea, Ethiopia border, meeting Eritrean military officials. He is the one who is in charge in Humera Volkai Sagade. And we know that Amhara Special Force members were trained by Eritrea last year. Officially, Amhara regional government invited Eritrean military instructors to train Amhara Special Force members. And then Amhara Special Force was disbanded, but ASF members joined Fano. More than 50% of ASF members joined Fano reportedly. So Eritrea can connect with Fano fighters. It might be in touch. We have no evidence. Eritrean diaspora community can be broadly divided into two groups. Broadly. I wouldn't say that all are included. Brigade Nihamedo and opposition groups on one side and pro-Eritrean government diaspora community on the other side. There could be other groups too. Now, we have received a video of a pro-Eritrean government diaspora members' protest. Protest was attended by Eritreans, pro-Eritrean government. And there Eritreans chanted slogans in support of Fano. They said, Amhara is Fano, Fano is Amhara. It means that I wouldn't say that entire Eritrean pro-government community is supportive of Fano, Amhara, Fano. But it seems that there are elements in Eritrean diaspora community supporting Fano. Why? Because these Eritrean diaspora community members say that Brigade Nehamidu, opposition Eritrean group, is basically TPLF. They say TPLF is backing Brigade Nehamidu. Clear for you, showing Eritrean diaspora protests. Eritreans can be heard chanting slogans in support of Fano. Watch the clip.
We are Fano.
We are Fano.
We are Fano.
You are Fano.
You are Fano.
Amara is an enemy. Amara is a doctor.
Amara is a doctor.
Amara is a teacher.
Amara is a teacher.
Amara is Fano.
Amara is Fano.
Fano is Amara.
Fano is Amara.
Amara is Fano.
Amara is Fano.
Secondly, viewers, it seems PM Abiy's government, Ethiopian National Defense Force are in need of seasoned soldiers and commanders. When war broke out in Tigray in November 2020, some Tigrinya-speaking ENDF members joined TDF. They went to Tigray mostly, and they joined Tigray Defense Force. Some were already deployed there. They just changed sides from ENDF. They joined TDF. Some ENDF members did not join TDF, but they were arrested. They were not supporting TPLF. They were not supporting TDF, but they were arrested just because they were Tigrayans. Officers, lower rank officials of ENDF, they were arrested. They were put in prisons. For more than 2 years, they remained imprisoned at different locations, and some went through an ordeal. They went through suffering. Some massacres, human rights abuses happened at sites where these Tigrinya-speaking ENDF members were imprisoned. After Pretoria deal, Ethiopian government started releasing ENDF members, Tigrinya-speaking. Now, it is being reported by some sources that dozens of ENDF officers, Tigrinya-speaking ENDF officers, have been released from a prison in Ethiopia. Details have not been made public by the government, how many released, which officers, but these are officer level people, middle rank level reportedly. They were imprisoned in Awash Arba in Afar. By the way, top Amhara prisoners are also there in Awash Arba. If you remember, a few days ago, Daniel Bakele, Human Rights Commission of Ethiopia chief, visited Awash Arba, and there he met with Christian Tadale, member of parliament from Gujum, Johannes Buyalo, member of Amhara Regional Council, Kasar Tishagar, member of Addis Ababa City Council. These have been arrested under the state of emergency proclamation. So, where Tigrayans were imprisoned, now their Amharas are imprisoned. That is why I say this vicious cycle will continue if there is no solution to the conflicts in Ethiopia. Tomorrow, there could be Oromos or Somalis or Afars. It will go on. So, now these Tigrayan ENDF members have been released. Of course, they are going to rejoin their service, their jobs, because they did not commit any crime. They were just put in prison because it was feared they could join TDF or they could support TDF. Basically, they were not involved in any activity against ENDF. So, released and I think they'll be reinstated. Why at this point of time they're being released? Ethiopian military is in need of commanders now. It is in need of seasoned officers. Why? Because of the conflict in Amhara. Conflict in Amhara, it was said it would be brief. It is not brief. That a quick lightning operation would be conducted. That is what we heard about the operation in Tigray too. That operation on Tigray would be wrapped up in a few days or weeks. You saw a 2-year-long war. Same is being claimed about Amhara, that within a few days or weeks this situation will come under control in Amhara. That is not what is happening. Rather, military is in need of more officers. Will these Tigrayan ENDF officers be deployed to Amhara? Very likely. And nothing surprising because they are ENDF members. They cannot say no. They can be deployed anywhere in Ethiopia. Ethnicity does not matter. ENDF member is ENDF member. Whether he is a Tigrayan or Somali, Afar, Amhara, he is bound to serve where he is going to be appointed. These officers could be appointed to Amhara. But having said that, again I would say, we have no convincing evidence that TDF members are fighting in Amhara in support of Ethiopian National Defense Force against Fano fighters. We have no evidence. Though it is being claimed by some Fano loyalists and Fano commanders, but no evidence. Yes, technically speaking, ENDF members could be deployed to Amhara, like Oromos are part of ENDF, Amhara is part of ENDF. Thirdly, we have second round of discussions between the parties to the dispute over GERD starting in Addis Ababa. It already started in Addis Ababa today. First round was held in Cairo, Egypt a few days ago. There no agreement could be reached. The parties agreed on second round of talks. Second round of talks started today. Ethiopia, Sudan, Egypt are participating. Before that, Ethiopia completed fourth filling of GERD. PM Abiy announced the successful completion of the fourth filling of the dam. And after that, we saw a statement from an Egyptian opposition party which demanded clarity from government about any guarantee given by Ethiopian government about future construction of dams on River Nile. So these discussions are about GERD. Egypt wants a legally binding agreement about operations dam, and secondly, Egypt wants a guarantee, Sudan as well, they want a guarantee from Ethiopia that Ethiopia wouldn't build more dams on River Nile. It's a good development that the sides are in talks, though these days Ethiopia-Sudan relations, Ethiopia-Egypt relations are not very friendly. Ethiopia-Egypt already have been involved in their relations remain strained, and now it seems that Ethiopia-Sudan relations are going to be tense too if Burhan remains in control in Sudan. Let's see what happens at these talks being held in Addis Ababa. Will the parties reach some solution, some agreement? Love it in coming videos. Thank you for watching.